Here's another video about calculating percents from a table. This time we don't have the actual data in the table, we know some percentages, so we're going to take this information and work our way back to the data in this table. And the context is a study at a community college to see among students who take the bus or who take the car, whether one group is more likely or not to be in a study group with their classmates outside of class. So we know that there were 200 students total surveyed. 40% of the students surveyed take the bus. 30% of the students that take a car to school are in a study group, and 55% of the students who take the bus are not in a study group. This table has 4 spots for us to have quantities for students who take the bus and are in a study group, students who take the bus and are not in a study group, students who take a car and are in a study group, and students who take a car and are not in a study group. And there were 200 students total surveyed, so the total of all 4 of these quantities would be 200. We can put that total down here. We also know that once we get the total of students who take the bus and who take the car, that those two added up would equal 200. And likewise, if we got all the students who were in a study group and all who were not in a study group, those two groups together would equal our 200 total. So what can we do next? 40% of all the students surveyed take the bus, and we know that there were 200 students total, so 40% of them will take the bus, and we can figure that. So 80 total students take the bus. We don't know of those 80 which are in study groups and which are not. We just know that there are a total that take the bus. So take the bus, we have a total of 80. And since we know that 80 students surveyed take the bus, that the leftover from the 200 are ones that take a car to school. So that's 120 to make up the total 200. Next, let's see how we can work in that 30% of the students that take a car to school are in a study group. And we have just figured out that there are 120 total students who take a car. 30% of those students that take a car. We can calculate that. So out of those 120 students that take a car, 30%, which equals 36 students, are in a study group. And so the leftover from the 120 are not in a study group. And that's going to be 84. Lastly, we know 55% of the students who take the bus are not in a study group. So 55% of the students who take the bus, and we know that we've got 80 of those students. So 55% of those 80 are not in a study group. And we can calculate 55% of 80 is 44 students, and those are the ones who are not in a study group. And we have a total of 80 that take the bus, 44 are not in a study group, so that would mean that we have 36 left over who are in a study group. So now we have the complete breakdown of the data of the students who take the bus or take the car and whether or not they are in a study group.